no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug introduced.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And some space here. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21.
1st down, Chargers.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Herbert now. Flush to his right. Williams brings it in. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers 7, Texans nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 21. Now the rookie 4th-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Boy, effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
They will run for the first time with Rex Burkhead, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Texans are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right? Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play, stalling out.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Pitch and catch there good for 13, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now Mills on the sneak.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Going deep here for Allen. And got his man complete. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. On the move past the 40.
And for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A first down throw for Mills. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Mills now. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mills.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traveling. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack that has stopped him short of the first down.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
To throw, Mills.
They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Off the play fake, Mills.
This is caught. It's Cooks.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's letting it fly for Cooks, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls.
For Brandon Cooks, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hand off right side to Pierce. Room here to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mills. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him on the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And it's a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Rex Burkhead, his first touchdown of the year. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Tremont Smith. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30. A run by Pierce begins the second half. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing, Mills. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Pierce takes it straight ahead. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mills on 3rd and 2. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Charger drive about to get going. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Smith to return it. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
81 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Herbert off of play action. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler.
Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chargers have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Ooh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
First
filet.
time.
Filet.
There you go.
10 ounce. 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 14.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And the ball is out. Burkhead lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Recovered by the Chargers.
Eckler now between the tackles.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Gain of 12. 1st down, Chargers.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Once more, here's Eckler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Eckler. going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
The handoff, it's Eckler.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now Herbert, third and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Chargers will add to their fourth-quarter lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Texans 17.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Looking to throw is Mills.
He gives it to Cooks.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first and 10, Mills.
That's complete to his running back, Burkhead.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
A big hitter there. First down gain of 26 yards.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yard,
touchdown! Brandon Cooks. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there in the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Going on on the ground with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the 29, Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. That's a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and need a win.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are right back in this football game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Mills now from the 50.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Mills looking to throw it. That's complete to Pierce.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Mills.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all time. Hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do? That's caught at the 25. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Mills back to throw.
On the and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Mills. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Chargers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars